So this morning I dug my second hole right here, and this material on top is actually going to go in it, and you can see that's one compost heap there buried, and the whole idea there is to let it, let the whatever it's called, the fungi and stuff, work on it if it's covered. When it rains, it's going to play. I may even hose it down with some water. Now what I'm going to do on this one here is I'm actually going to put in a liner, and I've got a liner over there. I don't know if you see it out there. I'm going to cut it, and I'm going to basically on the basin create an area to trap water. And the whole idea there is I'm going to try something different and see how this one works with the water in there to create the more humidity, to trap the humidity in there. And it's not going to fill the whole hole, but only about around the base and around the bottom. And I'm going to fill that up with leaves and stuff. And then on top of that, more heavier stuff. And I'm going to see what happens. So I'm doing some experiments. Something else I was thinking about here is a dead tree. How do you cut down a dead tree? I thought about maybe digging out to make it weaker there. I also did a notch there to weaken it, make it an axe, and try to have it fall over. It's tilting away from the house, so that's why I dug on this side where the weight is and put a notch there. The top end could potentially hit the house there, but I may just get a chainsaw and deal with it. I'm not sure yet. Something else I've done, you'll notice, is as I dug the hole, I started spreading the sand. There was a lot of biomaterial around, and as you can see, I did the same thing around here, just spreading the sand out over these leaves. A couple things here. Number one is I can see the undergrowth, the green stuff really sticks out that I don't want growing. I can just easily pull it up as I see it coming out. See that? The other thing too is I'm wondering how the wasps, when they show up, whether they'll be deterred from spending their time here since there's nothing here. I don't know. So I did put up it's a wasp, my wasp trap, kind of hid it in there, put some stuff around it, and the entrance is up top here, and right here, and we'll see if it attracts anything. Kind of hid it from predators and other things, and so it doesn't look like I have a friggin' yogurt thing stuck to the tree. But the wasps will find it if they want it, or other stuff will find it. And next I'm gonna take a lot of this organics and fill this hole too. So it's all about grabbing organics and also green. I'm gonna grab that green, all that green out there. There's the potato vines, lots of green. Mix in the green with the brown, keep it at 70% humidity, and you'll have a nice composition on that. Here is my planter, and I'm just keeping it covered to trap in the humidity and stuff, and keep the moisture in there so it doesn't dry out. And you can see stuff is shooting up already, and you can see lots of growth coming up here. A lot of growth coming in. You see all the growth. You can actually see the kind of the fungi on the top there. And, some of these looking really nice. Look at this one right up here. Look at that shoot up there. I don't know what that is. That could be spinach. Spinach, lots of spinach, lots of other stuff. These are the greens. Earthworms. Some of these are underground. This guy here is trying to grow, but can't get underground. I may sprinkle a little bit more sand on top of this. just to make sure they're covered. Lots of stuff. Should be lots of green here coming up. So that's my new bed. I just started that last week. And you can see in here, it's the water down in there. The water. You can see the level, and also the humidity comes out. So it creates kind of a humidity funnel. As this heats up, water vapor can come up. You feel this. Found some earthworms when I was digging. I got other earthworms in here. So the worms can come up and eat the fungus too. It's growing right like that. And what I did here, this is just some water, a little bit of, and I can just spray moisture on top. Alright, get some moisture going. Oh, look at this. Get some moisture. Making sure that they have that. So here I am in Florida and applying some of the stuff that I use in Japan. Hat on, this keeps mosquitoes and stuff off my neck. I can also use it wipe my face. It's nice to have a towel. And since I'm not able to do permaculture in Japan, I'm also working to transform this into a permaculture paradise here in Florida. So I hope you enjoyed this update. And there's probably a lot of research I could do, but you know, trying new things. Permaculture is all about trying. And one something I want to talk about, the whole idea, you know, burying. If you think about what you're doing when you're burying organics, what you're doing is basically acting like, you know, a couple million years have gone by. Because if you think about the leaves falling off a forest over a million years, how long would it take for it to fill up a 5-foot hole like that over there? So what you're doing is basically speeding up nature. When you're burying organics, you're speeding things up. And when they're underground, you get all the fungus and everything else starts tying into it, just eating it up. It traps moisture, and it just makes it go that much faster. That's also the whole idea about throwing sand and burying the leaves and stuff underneath your shrubs. What I'm going to probably do is take some and bury the leaves around the trees with sand, just put sand on top of them, and start building up soil. So I'm going to need the sand, I'm going to need it there anyway, so I might as well do that. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and if this work is supported by my patrons of foundups.com. Foundups are ideas for helping save the planet. Permaculture is one of those ideas. What's different with Foundups is, ultimately, what we're going to do is, as we launch Foundups, and we're setting up a Foundups house in California, and other things, that we become basically a community for launching ideas for saving our planet, where we take 80% of the net profits. We allow everyone to be under one corporation, Foundups Corp. So, the more projects we launch, the greater the valuation. There's no reason why, at some point in the future, Foundups Corp won't be a corporation as big as Google or Microsoft or anything else. The big difference is this: is number one, there's a cap of 10,000 shares per person. So me as a founder, anyone else cannot own more than 10,000 shares. Everyone has voting rights. There's no such thing as non-voting right voting stocks in a Foundups Corp. There's only Class A stock and Class F, which is founder shares. So imagine thousands of projects being launched under one corporation that ultimately their focus is for saving the planet. We share in the shares, Foundups Corp, and ultimately, if you had 10,000 shares of Microsoft or Google or Berkshire Hathaway, you'd be pretty well off. The difference is we take 80% of our capital gains and net profits and we launch more foundups. We are a self-sustaining business model. We don't need angels, we don't need investors, we're self-sustaining. So launching foundups takes capital. So I hope that you will consider being a patron for as little as $1 a month. You can follow my videos. A lot of my videos are unlisted just for patrons. And by working together, we can make a difference. The only way we're going to save our planet is for us to do it ourselves. So I'm doing here in Florida. I want to inspire you to do wherever you are, because this ecosystem and your ecosystem is the same ecosystem. My name is Michael Trout. Hoping you'll join me in helping save the planet together.